The American Express Platinum versus Chase Sapphire Reserve. Which one is actually better? Today I'll do an in-depth comparison so you don't pick the wrong one. Starting with the annual fee. The American Express Platinum card currently has an annual fee of $695 compared to the Chase Sapphire Reserve's annual fee of $550. So check to the reserve. But to put an emphasis on this, if you want to add a user like a significant other or a child to your account, for the reserve card it would only cost you $75 per user each year, whereas with the platinum card it would cost you $195 per year. There are other cards you can add them to that have no annual fee, but if you want this person to have similar benefits to you, then you would have to add them to the same level as the premium card that you have. So how do the actual benefits compare? Well, let's start with Chase. With the reserve card, every year you'll have a $300 annual travel credit, which you can use for pretty much anything considered travel. So flights, hotels, cruises, and even taxis and tolls. In addition to that, Chase also has partnerships with Lyft and DoorDash that provide you with priority pickup, no delivery fee, and monthly credits. However, these partner benefits are temporary and do expire depending on the date which you activate them. So we won't factor them into the benefits that you receive each year. Meaning the real question is, how does this compare to the annual credits of the American Express Platinum card? Well, with the Platinum card, you have three main travel benefits: $200 for prepaid hotels, $200 in airline fee credits, and $189 for a clear credit. I will say I do think the $300 travel credit from Chase is better though, since the airline fee credit from American Express can only be used on incidentals like Wi-Fi, checked bags, and food and drinks bought on your flight. So while American Express does have more credits for your travel, it's a bit more limited. However, when it comes to their other partner benefits, I will say the Platinum card is packed. Not only do you have $200 a year in Uber/Uber Eats credits, but you also have $155 a year for Walmart Plus, which also comes with Paramount Plus. The Uber credit is split into $15 a month with an extra $20 in December, while the $155 credit for Walmart Plus covers your monthly subscription. This is basically comparable to the Lyft and DoorDash credit, but the Platinum card doesn't stop there. In addition to all of that, you'll have a $100 credit for Saks split into $50 for the first half of the year and the second half of the year, and you'll also have a $300 a year credit for Equinox. Now, what's really great about all of this is that these credits are annual, whereas with the reserve card, the Lyft and DoorDash benefits are temporary. So when you take that into consideration, the Platinum card has flat out more yearly credits, taking the win for this section. But what about their intro bonus? Well, the Platinum card has a welcome offer of 80,000 points after you spend $8,000 in the first 6 months of card membership, and each point on the Platinum card is worth around 1 cent a piece for travel, making the 80,000 points worth around $800. And with the Chase Sapphire Reserve, the current welcome offer is 60,000 points after you spend $4,000 in the first 3 months of card opening, so a lower amount of points. However, those 60,000 points are valued differently. See, with the Chase Sapphire Reserve, those points are worth 50% more, meaning each point is worth around 1.5 cents per point towards travel, making the 60,000 point offer not worth $600, but worth $900 instead. Clearly higher than the $800 value of the standard intro bonus on the Platinum card. These are just the standard offers, but many people tend to find higher offers. For example, my offer for the Platinum card was 125,000 points, which is valued at around $1,250 worth of travel. However, Chase has higher bonuses every so often, so to keep this comparison fair, I'm going to stick with the standard offer for both. In this case, the Chase Sapphire Reserve has a higher point value and at a lower spend threshold, so Chase wins this round. Oh, and by the way, if you do want to find an intro bonus for either of these cards, I'll leave a link in the description. The links there are affiliates that help support the channel at no additional cost to you, so if you do use them, thanks in advance. Now, before we move on to the next section, it is important to know 2 internal rules each of these cards has about their welcome offers that answers one of the most common questions I always get asked. Can you earn more than one intro bonus? And the answer to this is, it depends on which card and when you open it. With the Chase Sapphire Reserve, you can receive a second intro bonus, but only after it's been 48 months since you earned your last one. This rule applies to any Sapphire card and only works with one Sapphire card at a time. However, with American Express, once you open a card, for the most part, you won't receive another intro bonus ever. The good thing is though, with American Express, you can earn intro bonuses on the Platinum, Gold, and Green card, which are in the same family of cards. Just like how the Sapphire Preferred and Reserve are also in the same family of cards. But with them, you can only have one at a time. American Express is rumored to be changing this rule soon, making it so that if you open up a Platinum card, you won't be able to receive a bonus for the Gold card, and the same goes for the Gold and the Green card. So the proper order in which to open these cards to ensure you receive a bonus for each is first the Green, then the Golds, and then the Platinum card. With that said, let's talk about these cards' spending categories. If you don't know what a spending category is, it's basically a category on the card where when you spend money for things like food or travel, you'll receive either cash back or, in this case, points on every dollar you spend. And in this case, American Express has some great travel multipliers, like 5x on flights booked directly through airlines and 5x on prepaid hotels through AMEXtravel.com. However, after that, it's only 1x on everything else. On the other hand, with the Chase Sapphire Reserve, you'll have the ability to earn 5x on flights and 10x on hotels and rental cars through the Chase Travel Portal after spending your $300 travel credit. Then 3x on dining and eligible delivery service. And in addition to that, remember that those Chase points are worth 50% more for travel, meaning each one of those points is valued at up to 1.5 cents per point compared to the American Express's 1 cent per point. So Chase would clearly win this round altogether, but to make it an even clearer victory, Chase also has the Chase Trifecta, which allows you to earn more points on even more categories with no additional annual fee. Let me explain. So, the Chase Trifecta in this case is made up of the Chase Sapphire Reserve, the Chase Freedom Unlimited, and the Chase Freedom Flex. With these combo of cards, you can earn up to 5x points on rotational categories with the Chase Freedom Flex, and at least 1.5% cash back on everything else with the Chase Freedom Unlimited. And since they're all part of the same Chase family, you can use those points in the same travel portal, which is pretty great. And you can do the same thing with the American Express Gold card and the Platinum card. However, in order for you to receive the 4x points the Gold card provides for groceries and dining, you will have to pay the $250 annual fee for the Gold card. So for spending categories, I'm definitely going to have to give this one to the Chase Sapphire Reserve. But how does it fare with hotel and rental car statuses? Well, with each of these cards, you can upgrade your status on rental cars with companies like Hertz, Avis, and National, allowing you to receive discounts and potentially more premium cars when renting. But with the American Express Platinum, you'll also receive upgraded status with Marriott and the Hilton hotels. For example, with Marriott, you can automatically upgrade your status to the Marriott Bonvoy Gold Elite status, which normally requires at least 25 nights stay. And with Hilton, you can upgrade to Hilton Honors Gold status, which normally requires 40 nights stay. With these status upgrades, you'll receive things like late checkout, upgrade rooms when available, and daily food credits. Now, Chase does have some great travel benefits, but they don't have any partnerships that provide you with upgraded statuses at hotels. This just shows you the detail that American Express puts into their perks and how the Platinum card strives to be the best at making your travel more luxurious. But what about when it comes to your travel protections? Each of these cards comes with some form of trip delay or cancellation insurance, which is nice, especially when you're a frequent traveler. Plus, the 24/7 concierge service that they offer is top-notch and a lot easier to deal with than the airline customer service. Each car also comes with a collision damage waiver for your rental car. However, in this category, Chase provides a primary waiver, whereas the American Express card only provides a secondary waiver. And if you don't know what that means, it basically means that with American Express, you'll have to use your own car insurance first before you can tap into the American Express waiver. So Chase is technically better. But from talking to insurance agents, even if you do use something like a primary waiver, it doesn't mean that your premiums won't go up if you do get an accident while traveling. So while this is nice, I won't say this puts Chase over the top just yet. One thing the Reserve does have on the Platinum card though is a few of their other protections, like the emergency medical and dental benefit, emergency evacuation and transportation, and the travel accident insurance, which all basically covers emergency services needed abroad. And this is definitely great until you realize how cheap services for medical are outside of the US. Hell, an ambulance in the US can easily cost you $2,000 to $3,000, but in many countries in Europe, it will only cost you 60 to 150 euros. And I'm not trying to downplay how great of a benefit this is, but once you really factor in how rare of an occurrence it'll be for you to use this compared to something like the Platinum card's cell phone protection, you'll start to realize that you probably have broken your phone more times than you've needed an emergency service internationally. And the nice part about something like the cell phone protection is that you don't even have to have bought your phone with that card. You just need to have your monthly cell phone bill paid with it. There are more terms and conditions like the maximum repair or replacement of $800 or their limitation of 2 claims per year. But all in all, again, I would probably say that this is more useful as a protection, especially since for me, I was already paying for cell phone insurance. So this saved me $30 a month. But again, these are all pretty cool protections, and it's hard to compare apples to oranges. So for this round, I'll call it a tie. But what about lounge access? With both these cards, you'll have access to the Party Pass Lounge, which allows you to have food and drinks and a place to rest before you board your flight. There are over 1,000 of these lounges worldwide, so it's especially nice when your flight gets delayed. But the Party Pass lounges aren't really known as the best lounges. The real reason why many people open either of these cards is because of the Centurion or Sapphire lounges, which Chase and American Express have truly made the best parts of the airports that they're in. The only issue with either of these is that they're not in every single airport. As a matter of fact, there are about 20 plus Centurion lounges in cities like New York, LA, London, and even fewer Sapphire lounges. Chase is planning on opening up more lounges to catch up with American Express, but for now, if you don't live in New York, Boston, Austin, or Hong Kong, you probably won't see a Sapphire lounge anytime soon. In addition to this, the Platinum card not only has their access to the Centurion lounges, but you'll also have access to the Delta Sky Club lounges when you fly with them in a Comfort Plus seat or above. This is normally only available if you fly in one of Delta's more premium seats, so to just have this with a credit card is definitely a plus. With that said, this round when it comes to lounges, I'm definitely going to have to give to the Platinum card by American Express. So we're at a tie. Both cards have their own unique benefits and perks, but I will say that the Platinum is a much stronger travel card, while the Reserve is more well-rounded and robust, especially when it comes to things outside of travel. And this leads me to something that you've got to start understanding. While this is a great introduction to each card, there are a ton more that you don't even know about. Click here to learn about all the secret perks and benefits of the Platinum card, and here to learn about the Reserve card. See you in those videos. Bye.